beginning of a new PSP season is a highly anticipated time. A new year means a fresh start for teams in the PSP Pro Division. It often means new teams coming into the league. One of those teams is Houston Heat, a new team with a very experienced roster and familiar faces.
To be honest with you, since day one, we just kind of walked into it, and everybody was just like one team, one family the whole time. And, we knew we had goals to set, we knew we had a bar set. The hype was like through the roof, so it was just like, hey, we're a team. This is what we have, guys that know how to win. We have guys that probably played more championships than know how to count.
A majority of that experience comes from 3 Russian players, leaving Red Legion to play for Heat.
We brought over Konstantin Fedorov, Mishka, and Sergei Shlitnikov. It was a rough one today. We got there later than they did. I think we started off wrong right there. I think maybe we won 2 of the first 12 games.
You just go back, you just stay level head. Losing in practice really doesn't mean anything.
We start out slow. It's frustrating losing points in practice. You won't learn from anything if you don't make your mistakes in practice.
Obviously, I'd rather mess up here than I would at the tournament.
You're not winning, practice championships, so.
You're not going to win a practice cup championship.
Not going to win the World Cup at practice.
Together we can turn it back, make our future, and live our past with a little bit of urgency. We can write a greater history. One day these slums are gonna fill with dirt. This legend has it, we're not the first. We're actors in this mystery, looking for a greater history.
Struggled a lot on just some of the fundamentals.
He'll actually make you say you fucked up. That's the good thing. He'll ask you what you did. What do you think you did there?
3-3. You could have just came out and shot you, but you got shot down on the cage.
I messed up. I should have shot this guy when I had the chance.
Well, after the point, he'll go up to a certain player who may have done something wrong. He's not one for pointing fingers. He's really about just figuring out the problem, correcting it. We were just trying different game plans for the most part.
We were already making 2 moves by the time we were even set up a shoot. Work together over here, okay?
We're still struggling, getting shot out of our bunkers a lot. And we lost a lot of our support guys early. The guys going to those short bunkers. We get guys out wide, but then we lose our short support people.
Work together. You guys aren't working together. Work together. Stop yelling one bunker over and over. I don't care about that. Gun dominance. You guys got to get out and shoot your guns on us. They got us pinned in the whole game.
The guys know when they're making mistakes and stuff, so we try to hammer out as many points as possible. And then we'll kind of recap on what the problems are as a whole. I usually maybe talk to one person or something like that. We don't really analyze every point we play.
Together we can turn it back, make our future, and live our past with a little bit of urgency. We can write a greater history. One day these slums are gonna fill with dirt. This legend has it, we're not the first. We're actors in this mystery.
the field and get ready for the tournament.
It's a different situation when there's referees and everything else, and people talking and pointing, and there's different pain.
First test as a team would come against Omaha Vicious, a team entering their third year in the Pro Division. Vicious had a good showing, but Heat is able to walk away with a 7-4 victory. Before Heat can play their second prelim game, terrible weather moves in, and the remaining games are moved to Saturday. Storms rolled in Friday afternoon and continued through the night, causing severe damage to the fields. Games were being played without nets, and nearly the entire site was flooded. Despite the terrible weather, players were still excited. Fans too.
Friday night, it was the crazy storms, so like there's a certain area to warm up pretty much with your mask on. And then I just see like all the Russians, like it was just intense, like warming up and seeing them do their warm up routine I've always seen them do and stuff like that. It's just like, wow, I'm about to play Russian Legion,
You never want to lose to a team that you just left. So, I just wanted to win it for like those guys.
I was ready, man. Like, we all were focused.
This was a rivalry before the first point was even played. The game that followed was one of the best ever played on Texas soil.
Off the break, paint was everywhere, like I see snake player for the Russians, little guy, runs, goes all the way to 50 snakes, so I just come out wide, behind Chad George, make sure this guy in the snake doesn't come out any wider, and I see the steam from the guy in the 50 snakes shooting inside, so I'm just shooting down the wire, I'm like, Chad, go get this guy. He runs, shoots out him, and just shoots the rest of the people and beat the Russians, it was intense.
You never want to lose to a team when you leave them. So it's just like, for us to beat them means more to them and means more to us because we're a family. So we got their backs and they got ours. Yeah!
The terrible weather continues, and with the fields falling apart, the PSP decides to postpone all the remaining games in the Pro Division. The event will conclude in Phoenix, one day prior to the second event.
It was good and bad because we go there, we're so ready to play the next team. We play Infamous, we're just so ready to play this next match. We find out that no more matches, event's over. We were just so wound up after that last match, beating the Russians with no time left, and we had the momentum going, I think it was for the best though, because we got that next couple month and a half to get ready.
With a comfortable 2-0 start to their season, Houston Heat travels to Phoenix to continue the Texas event, where they face their toughest challenge yet. The current number 1 team in the world, Tampa Bay Damage.
We came off of Texas real high, and we going into Phoenix, the weather's better obviously, and people have more time to practice and gave them more time to prepare as well. They're a good team. The thing was, they just beat us. Set a reality check of, hey, if you're going to be the best, you got to beat the best. As a reality check of, hey, this needs to be done.
We play Infamous, all of the Midwest guys have played with them, we're friends with them, we're just so ready to play this next match. Zach Patient, one of my best friends, all of these other guys, Damien, Drew Sos, Brad, we're like, okay, we need to win this one,
Racing for reality, we've fallen from the sky.
Beating Infamous, and then after that, it kind of set the tone of, hey, we went 3-1. We obviously still made a mistake. Nothing's perfect.
After defeating Infamous in the prelims, both teams move on to the quarterfinals, where they meet again for a rematch the very next game.
A lot of guys we played on Aftershock with went to Infamous, and we're all friends. We all drink together, off the field, but it's just a bloodbath. I want to smash their face, and I told them before, I was like, I'm just gonna smash your face. Why you say that to us? And I'm like, nah, you don't get it. You go against that field, man, you're my enemy. It doesn't matter who you are. You're my brother off the field. You're still gonna get smashed in from me on the field. So. kind of really set the tone right there. You know, we let them know, hey, we're no joke. All off season, all they had to do was joke and make crack jokes and think they were going to beat us all, because everybody that they wanted to put together, they assembled their team. They didn't really know anything about our team yet, so we just did it and handled our business. So
Heat advances to the semifinals to play Dynasty. Dynasty had previously received a bye and would be playing their first game of the day.
We knew that they were cold, but we knew that we've been playing in the heat all day. That was our third match in, you know, we've been playing in 100-degree weather all day. Right off the bat, we just knew that they were going to be oversliding. That Phoenix field is just like super thin grass and stuff like that, and just like the first 3 or 4 points, we were getting 2 to 3 Gs off the break.
we came in and we were beating them so fast off the field that there was so much time left. I was just, all I could have in my mind, I was just like, you know, these guys can still come back. Like, this is what they do. They're dynasty.
No, I'm not. He said play straight ahead. It was Charger. It was Charger G1, and you're playing across the field. It might have a game plan.
Thing is they just came out flat. They thought they had it. I don't know if their focus wasn't there. They just came out flat. They didn't have answers for what they were giving them. But if you think about it, we played, 3-4 matches before we played them? So we knew our shots. Our shots were on.
Heat knocks out Dynasty in the semis to advance to the finals in their first tournament as a team. The finals is a rematch against the only team to beat Houston Heat so far, Tampa Bay Damage.
All they did was shoot off the break. They stayed tight. They stayed in their bunkers. Like, they didn't make a move unless they shot one of us off the break, or if they shot two of us. They knew exactly what they had to do. They played their tight. Like, they played Tampa Bay Damage paintball.
I'm in the D1. I'm batting with my mirror, and then put him for a second, then wrap, and then this guy's on me, and then look left, and then see 3 guys walking out. You know, it's just, they're on top of everything we did. And that's basically it.
All I could think to myself, like, playing in the finals again, was like, you know, don't get 7-0'd in the finals. Like, come on, like, make this, like, you know, you guys fought this hard.
Someone tell me when we're gonna change. Look around, there's no one left to blame. Wake up, dreamer, wake up. Your time is running out. Someone tell me when gonna change. Look around, there's no one left to blame. Wake up, dreamer, wake up. Your time is running out, it's not too late.
Taking second's like taking last place. It sucked. Here's the only thing though. I didn't have to go home for 2 months and sulk and try to work even harder than what I've already worked to get to that event.
That's what everyone wants to do. Like, say you just get smashed in a tournament on Sunday, you get second place. You just want to go back out there and just beat all those teams again. You know, you want to beat the teams you just lost to. You want to beat the teams that you already beat again.
I knew that the next day I could go out and start over again. And that feeling right there kept my spirits high. I can tell you right now that it was probably better that we didn't win that tournament. Just like a Trojan's taught us. He's just like, you know, if you guys would have won that, you would have came out so cocky the next day, thinking that, you know, you're the best team in the world. And I mean, we really weren't yet.
The Heat have only one night to regroup, as the Phoenix tournament starts the following morning.
New tournament, I remember our bracket was a lot better than it was in Galveston. I remember that. We thought second place, let's just go to the Sunday again and then just do it from there, you know? Like, we go out, you know, we beat CEP. They honestly just gave us the game. It was 7-3, but it was, just penalties after penalties after penalties after penalties after penalties.
After an easy victory over CEP, Heat's second prelim game is against Omaha Vicious.
I remember playing that game, and I was like, man, these kids are not going to touch us. Like, they're out there chanting their whole Nebraska paintball thing, and it's just like, come on, like, let's just play and beat these kids. Let's just stomp them. Like, that was in my mindset. I'm like, I'm just going to stomp these kids. think they came out, started beating us like 2-0, 3-0, kind of fight back, and it's like 3-3. Comes on a 1-on-1 between Shane Colby and Sam Monville. I talked to Shane a little bit about it. He says he didn't get hit, but then also like later on I hear him talking about how he got shot and wiped it off with a flag. So I don't know. I don't care. He won the game. He got away with it. But you know they were playing good. They played it. They wanted that match more than we did.
It sucked, but we all got together after that match. You know, we're just like, okay, that just happened. This sucks. We just gave them that match. You know, we're a better team than them. After losing to Vicious, we were just like, no more. We are not giving anybody anything more than what we just did. Thunder, we came out, we knew we had to get a good point margin, you know.
Seattle Thunder, actually, we just stomped them into the ground.
After beating Thunder, Heat head into their last game of the prelims against the Red Legion. The winner of the game gets a bye into Sunday's semifinals.
Started out down 3-0. A lot of the match, that whole tournament, Galveston to Phoenix, we'd be down or we'd have a penalty and be down and still come out. Like, we just stay calm, Jason comes out with a play. You do this, you do this, you do this. Literally smash them 5 alive, hung the flag, come out again. Get him again, get him again, get him again. I think we won 7 in a row.
That doesn't mean shit, dude. Play better paintball tomorrow, win this fucking event, point by point, match by match, okay?
Hey, one family,
we fucking do this shit.
one family, one team, 1 point at a time. Nice job today, boys. Bring it in big. Bring it in big.
Hey, listen,
high and tight.
You don't need to be loud yet. Listen, we'll be loud.
After beating the Russians in the prelims, Heat advances directly to the semifinals where they face off against X Factor.
They came out, knocked out Tampa Bay Damage. Ryko played good. Ryko goes far. Cole Roberts goes far. It's just like they're going to go, they're going to get the job done. They're going to come punch you in the face. There's some boys from Texas that aren't messing around, you know. And they give it just as well as they take it. So it's just like they're coming down to do it.
So many years ago, we pulled ourselves out of the sea. You'd never know. Aren't we still animals, killing our enemies with thieves? You'd never know.
To be honest with you, like, for us to win that game was just unbelievable. They were a lot harder than the Russian Legion. That team was out there to win. They had something to prove. They knew it's been a while since they've been that far. But they literally came out, they focused up, Alex had all their mindset right, and they did what they had to do. Like, they were coming to be the best team in Texas.
To keep from falling to our knees, you never know. There's a story resting in eyes. There's a monster underneath our bed. Everybody's dying to come clean. Every color waiting to be seen. Another time, another place, another moment gets erased. We've gotta learn to get it out. You wanna sing, you gotta shout.
Y'all knew the count. We're G2, guys. Get on your fucking horse. Fuck!
I didn't know that.
I was saying it, Grayson. I'm screaming it at you, dude.
We heard it in the pit. You had an inside move all day, dude.
I am screaming it at you, Grayson. 3 guys guys on this side.
Hey, you guys wanted it more than them, okay? Biggest thing is, want this fucking next game more than them. Same thing, it's gonna be hotter next game. Everybody be ready to fucking play every fucking point.
Listen, one family, one team, 1 point at a time. Everybody did your shit.
Heat gets by X Factor to advance to their second finals game that weekend, where they once again face off against their biggest rival, Red Legion.
A lot of people were confused. In the X Factor game, Mishka blew out his knee. He came to me and he said, hey, he's like, I can't play no more. I'm like, what do you want to do? He's like, go to the hospital. I'm like, okay, well. I was like, let me wear your headgear. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, let me make sure that you're still out there on the field. Because we didn't turn in any kind of injury report in. We didn't tell anybody like that he was hurt. We didn't want the Russians to know that he was hurt, to think that we had a weakness. So we had a house across from the field, and he literally just stayed across and watched it on the big screen. And everybody's so confused. And some people even after the match were like, hey, sorry you didn't get to play. And I was like, don't worry, I played.
There's a story resting in our head. There's a monster underneath our bed. Everybody's dying to come clean. Every color waiting to be seen. Another time, another place, another moment gets erased. We've gotta learn to get it out. You wanna sing, you gotta shout.
Out the left side, and I see Brynnikov coming through a shadow, the crack in one of the snakes. I see him coming, so I just stand over the top and just hold the lane there waiting for him to come, So I just see him run through that. I know it's a 2-on-2, so then I run down the snake. There's a back center and a back right. Get into the 50 snake, wrap and shoot the back center, and then me and Fedorov shoot the back right, and then we have the lead.
It was my first win as a pro. I went like 5 years.
Looking at all my teammates, second pro event that we've ever been together, and just like took it all in, just insane. Just seeing all these guys smiling, just seeing Fedorov and all these new players that that are my brothers, and then looking at all these guys that I've been with forever, like Ronnie and Nick, and looking at Sarge and hearing Mama D screaming from, just like, it's insane.
Stay together, one team, one family, one day at a time. Stay together.
And then we're all in the huddle, just talking, we just did this for Mishka, blah, 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 and then
he found a cane in the closet of this house we rented, and he just came on over, and we're just like,
Mishka pops his little head in, and we're just start chanting Mishka, Mishka,
Mishka, Mishka, Mishka, Mishka, Mishka, Mishka.
Everybody, remember this fucking moment, okay? You want to fight for it again. This feels so fucking good. I want to fight every tournament for this fucking moment, you guys. All right, boys? Hey, one more fucking... You gotta want it every single time. Hey, one more fucking time. Louder than ever.
Heat 'em up, 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 heat 'em up.
Houston! Team on three, boys. 1, 2, 3. Team! Woo!
it's cool. We are in Orange County, California.
We got here Tuesday, June 12th, and we practiced Wednesday, Thursday. Took a day off today. Did a little team bonding out in the ocean.
We went sailing as a team building exercise, I guess you could call it, on a, how many feet was it? 82 foot. Here, I got what it's called right here. It's a schooner? 82 foot schooner from 1927.
Welcome to this world. Welcome to this wheel. Is this out enough?
What's he doing? What's he doing?
It's international water, no charge.
Ryan Smith.
Who's Ryan Smith?
The bird. His name's the bird.
Wanna live forever? I'm trying to influence him. Come on. That was my boss. I'm not getting paid enough.
Cast in place with distance in their eyes, oh praying we can save ourselves. The secret place it haunts you. Welcome.
Tomorrow is Saturday and Sunday. We're gonna play the Ironman Dynasty for 2 days.
Tomorrow we're practicing at Camp Pendleton again, so hopefully we get to learn the field a little bit.
Rap hurt, vocab. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch. Stupid pit up paddle, I'm tapping across your chest. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch. Stupid pit up paddle, I'm tapping across your chest. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch. Stupid pit up paddle, I'm tapping across your chest. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch. Stupid pit up paddle, I'm tapping across your chest. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch. Stupid pit up paddle, I'm tapping across your chest. Eerie sense of indie, I'm banging your head drums. Baby, feel the sense of memory, remembering where I come. I'm that treble tyrant, so talk on my way to base.
Today on Sunday, we played the Ironman Dynasty again.
Dynasty is doing really well at getting down the snake.
And they were definitely beating us into the snake.
I mean, Dalton, it seemed like no one could stop that guy going down the field. And a lot of us has made up excuses as to why. Oh, we didn't see him go there, or, he went right through my paint, or I didn't know he went.
And Sergey was really on his game. I mean, he's always on his game, man. He's really solid. That's why he's that guy who's our anchor. He's an anchor,
Unite the hype late night. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch. Stupid pit up paddle, I'm tapping across your chest. Rapid fire, cracky.
We were just getting shot out of our bunkers, we'd make our spots, and I feel like we would just over battle.
Everybody was trying to do too much and not just put it together as a team. Not like we ever got to play anybody 5-on-4 off the break for the most part. We didn't shoot people off the break.
I'm usually pretty good at shooting people off the break, and I wasn't shooting anybody off the break.
Overalls for the day, I just don't think we're a practice team. We suck at practice.
Jason to your speaker, debate with your speaker. My fate needs a teacher, it's too late, beat creeper. Got that, feeling the pressure to sin. Drugs now, pity letting it all in. Ignore this, let my eyes roll back. Let the light move swift, let it flow smooth. Quick, use this, quick, use this, quick, use this, quick, use this. But we're finding a way to another place where we keep a steady walk to our melodies, and the smiles are oh so free, and I'm finding you so unique. But we're finding a way to another place where we keep a steady walk to our melodies, and the smiles are oh so free, and I'm finding you so unique. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch. Stupid pit up paddle, I'm tapping across your chest. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch. Stupid pit up paddle, I'm tapping across your chest. Rapid fire, cracky, eclectic explosion switch.
Come on!
Once we got in the groove, I started to play well. I had a few good points, so learned a lot though. That's my my mind, that's what practice about, is winning, it's not winning.
Like some of the guys are getting like hanging their heads when we're losing a lot of games. So it's like, man, it doesn't matter. Push. Try some stupid move. Who cares? If you get shot doing it, it doesn't matter. Then you know in the tournament, hey, I'm not going to do that. Sometimes you make one of these crazy moves, you go, oh, that's a sweet route to that bunker. Let's use it.
Definitely now that we've won, playing in the finals and then winning, that definitely helps. I mean, now it's just like, as much as the prelims matter, you know, the real tournament starts on Sunday, and everyone having that confidence in winning, I think that'll just make it a lot easier.
I'm not worried about anything. You know, I'm not worried about how we're going to perform at all. You know, once we get to the tournament, it's a different story.
How do you do that?
Come on, you gotta feed me. I'm starving.
6 points, right, Charles?
After a long weekend of practice in California, Houston Heat heads straight to the Chicago event. The tournament starts on Friday with their first 2 prelim games.
On Friday, we played Seattle Thunder and Chicago Aftershock.
We 7-0 them. I mean, we played good paintball. Maybe it was the first game jitters for them, but they just couldn't match up with us.
I don't know if I'd loaded a broken tube or I just broke paint in my loader, but it turned out like my gun just stopped shooting paint bullets. In my V-neck were like, I don't even know how many smashed balls. It was just ooze. I knew they only had the back left in play, and I had his entire body. And I put one ball in there, musket loaded that bad boy, and took aim and completely missed.
I mean, every play that Jason gave us was working.
It would work in practice. I mean, I never thought it would work as well as it did. I would be running the back center to the Dorito side cam, shooting the snake side, go up to the snake side of the X, switch hands, and then shoot at that cam that I was just running to on the other side. So I shot him, switched hands. I mean, I just pretty much kept running. I just couldn't believe I was still alive. I've never even practiced like made it that far. Come around the back center and then I see 2 dudes, you know, it's just crazy. I shoot the first guy, I just can't believe he didn't like shoot me, you know. I think he was just so shocked, you know, he was shooting off the break and all of a sudden I'm in his face, you know, blasting him, even trying to like spin on me or anything, you know, it's just nuts. Definitely something I'll never forget.
Yes, we won both games, 7-0. I wouldn't say that it felt easy. I mean, we did, you know, there were some points where it came down to, you know, one body being alive.
I wouldn't say we murdered them, actually. It wasn't bad. They would beat down to 7-0 looks. It was coming down to 2-on-2 and stuff like that, and they just didn't know how to close the game like we did.
They're not going to give us a shit running around the field like that, okay? These 2 teams, we have to play smarter. We have to play smarter. They're going to be locked up, both teams. This isn't going to be fucking just sitting across fields, locking us up, okay?
Hey, remember that shit. Today is over, okay?
I mean, it's nice to go, say 14-0 the first day, but at the same time, it shows that you didn't get challenged.
After it kind of sank in, it was like, wow, that was pretty easy.
Heat win their first 2 prelim games without giving up a single point. Their first game on Saturday is against San Diego Dynasty.
Going from practice to a tournament, no, there was nothing. It was the only thing we talked about when it came to the tournament was the 2 games they played on Friday. You know, felt really good about that game in the beginning. You know, we went up 2-0. The first point was a long point. You know, the guys played really well. The second point we finished off pretty quickly, but I think we got that major the second point.
It was a major penalty on me. I mean, I got shot in the face. Should have just walked right out. But
I guess that penalty just like we didn't lose because we got a penalty and they just scored 7 points for them. That penalty just got in our heads, I feel like.
Even though we won that point against Dynasty to go 2-0 on them, I mean, they just definitely capitalized on that major penalty, and I think they scored 2 points off of it.
They scored, I think, 2 points while I was in the box. I came out of the box. I just dove in the back center. I got bounced as I came out, so I tried filling up to the Dorito side, and I mean, it just didn't work out.
I I blew a point that game. I didn't see the guy fell out to the Dorito corner, Glenn, and I thought it was just the guy in the back left, and I was hanging right on my bunker, and he just came out and smoked me, and that was really frustrating. We didn't score a point after we knocked off, or after we, won the second point, so that sucked.
If you can't hit on your gallo, don't fucking ask about that. You can check yourself and get out of here from the field. There's no excuse for this penalty.
We beat ourselves. The penalties, I fucked up. We know we could beat every team in this division. We just have to play to our potential.
I know we had penalties and stuff like that, but there were points we gave away. The point where Nick's over there standing in the middle of nowhere getting shot, giving them that game. Stay alive. I don't know why you're dying. You say you couldn't shoot your gun, but then you're getting shot. You said I got the core, my gun was there. But then you ran up here and just stood out in the middle of nowhere and got shot.
That was the only guy left. I made a mistake, man. I thought that was the only guy left.
None of us have seen Jake show that abs. He's a competitor just like us.
You call out those mistakes that you made, and then you try to avoid them or not let them happen in the second game. You can never look at it, oh, there's a chance we might not make it. If you think like that, you shouldn't be out here playing.
I think Vicious isn't the new team of the league anymore. They're a professional paintball team. Chad George was on fire. Chad George was feasting in that snake. He was murdering. He was just playing good paintball. I think we just had hiccups during that game.
2 games in a row with a lot of penalties. For what? For no reason.
I got another penalty. God. This is like the first penalty I've ever gotten in my whole paintball career. I swear to God. Even if it wasn't like a call that was right or wrong, I shouldn't have done what I did.
Hey, one team, one family, alright? Tomorrow's a new day. Sunday's a whole new club, boys. That's us right there.
Focus, guys.
Winning the Vicious game puts us into Sunday. We gotta play Damage in the morning.
Tomorrow, Sunday, we have Tampa Damage at 9:20.
You can't take those guys lightly. They won 3 tournaments in a row from last year into this year. They beat us twice in one day. They beat us in the prelims, and the first game of our game in the morning, and then they beat us the last game of the day in the finals. You just have to respect them, and they play really good paintball.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
The only team we're going to lose to is ourselves, pretty much.
I know we're the better team. Well, you have to know you're the better team. If you don't think otherwise, then you're never going to win, right? We're playing Tampa Bay Damage tomorrow morning. We're going to kick the shit out of them and then win the rest of the games, win the tournament.
I feel confident about tomorrow. Yeah. Feeling alright.
After a successful start to their season, Houston Heat gets knocked out of the Chicago Open in the quarterfinals. once again at the hands of Tampa Bay Damage. They leave Chicago with the knowledge that it is often harder to stay on top than it is to get there.
Come on, listen. Listen.
Why is your eye red?
I don't know, man.
Is it like dangerous if I sleep in it?
Yeah.
You got the guy.
Yeah.
Did LJ give it to you?
Yeah, he kept farting in the bed.
Did he fart on your pillow?
He probably did. Did you fart on a pillow?
You got Mouse, who just seems to complain about everything, like getting shot one extra time.
No, because we're just gonna team up on the man thing.
What are you? You're next. Shut up. Shut up.
You don't know what to say.
Shh.
Thanks. This is such great short bus material.
I mean, we still had hiccups during the Vicious game too. I mean.
LJ, did you forget how to drink water?
I thought did you throw up?
Yes.
I didn't throw up. Is there on goddamn tube?
It's gonna be a pizza. You smell that?
Thank you for purchasing this Derder video production. Your support helps us continue to make quality productions. If you pirated this video, then you can suck my balls.